Hey everyone. First, I just want to thank you all for taking the time to watch this video. Your support means so much, and I hope the story of the burden of faith resonates with you as deeply as it does with me. In this episode, we followed Paul, a man who's struggling to hold on to his faith in the face of life's hardest challenges. From feeling abandoned to questioning everything he once believed, Paul is at a crossroads. But just when it seems like he's ready to give up completely, a familiar voice reminds him of the power of trusting in God, even in the darkest times. It's late afternoon. The scene begins with Paul, a man in his mid-40s, standing alone by the bus stop. He looks anxious, tapping his foot, checking his phone. He's dressed in business casual attire. A younger man, John, mid-20s, exits the church, dressed casually, and meets him at the bus stop right outside the church. Hey Paul. Thanks for coming. I didn't think you'd make it. It's been a while since I've seen you around here.
Yeah, it's been a while. I'm not sure this is where I need to be right now.
What do you mean? You used to come here every Sunday. What happened?
Things change, John. I've been dealing with a lot. It's not that simple anymore.
Paul and John are sitting at a booth in a quiet, nearly empty diner. The dim lighting adds to the serious mood. A waitress leaves after serving them coffee. Paul seems distant, stirring his drink, while John is focused, concerned. Look, Paul, I get it. Life gets hard. But walking away from God? That's not the answer. You know that.
You think I don't know that? It's not like I want to walk away. But where's God when everything is falling apart? I've lost my job, my family's a mess, and every prayer feels like it's hitting a wall. What's the point?
The point is, God's still with you, even when it doesn't feel like it. Sometimes he's quiet, but he's never gone. You know that better than anyone.
Do I, though? You're young, John. You haven't been through what I've been through. I've spent years trying to do the right thing, and where has it gotten me? Alone, jobless, and wondering if I've wasted my life on a faith that's let me down.
God hasn't let you down. This is just the season you're in. You don't have to understand it right now. But walking away? That's not the answer. Paul and John then head home together. Hey John, any chance that I can come to your home with you for a little while?
Yeah, sure.
They arrive at Paul's small house. It's tidy but feels cold and empty. Paul drops his keys on the counter and gestures for John to sit on the couch. Paul paces nervously.
Do you know what it's like to feel abandoned by everything you thought you could count on? The job, the marriage, even God. It's like I've been trying to hold on to something that's slipping through my hands, and I can't stop it.
I get that, Paul. I really do. I've had my moments, too, when everything seemed to go wrong. But that's exactly when we need faith the most. You don't have to fight through this on your own. That's the whole point of trusting him.
Trust? How do you trust when every sign points to the fact that you're on your own? How do you keep believing in something you can't even see, feel, or hear anymore?
Faith isn't about seeing or feeling. It's about knowing. Deep down, even when everything else is crumbling, you hold on to that truth. That God's got you, even in this mess.
Easy for you to say. You've got your whole life ahead of you. What if God just doesn't care anymore? What if he's given up on me?
I hear you, Paul. And you're not alone. But sometimes, God's answer isn't immediate. It's in the waiting, in the trusting that he's still working, even if you can't see it.
I don't know if I believe that anymore.
I better get going, Paul. It's been a while. I hope you take my words seriously. Little time after John leaves, there's a knock on the door, and it's Paul's sister.
Paul, I've been trying to reach you. You've been shutting everyone out. What's going on?
I'm just dealing with stuff, Sarah. I don't have answers right now.
You don't have to have all the answers. But you can't push everyone away. I'm here for you.
I don't even know what I believe anymore.
You've been carrying a heavy burden, Paul. Sometimes, in our hardest seasons, God seems distant. But He's not. You're not alone in this.
Then why does it feel like I'm talking to a wall every time I pray? I've been asking for a sign, for something. But all I get is silence.
Sometimes, God's silence isn't abandonment. It's preparation. He's working on something deeper in you, even if you can't see it yet.
I don't know if I can believe that anymore.
Paul is sitting alone at the kitchen table. There's a knock at the door. Paul gets up and opens it to find David, his estranged teenage son, standing there. David looks awkward. "Hey, Dad. Mom said I should come by. Thought maybe we could talk. I know we haven't really talked lately, but I miss when things were different. When we were close."
I do too, David. I've been lost lately, but I want to make things right. I just don't know where to start.
Paul is standing outside the church, looking up at the doors. John walks out, surprised to see Paul there. They stand side by side for a moment. "Back again? Huh. Guess you're not done with us after all."
Maybe I'm not. I'm just trying to find my way back.
One step at a time, Paul. That's all it takes. Thank you so much for watching The Burden of Faith. I really hope this story touched you in some way. Paul's journey reminds us that even in our darkest moments, when it feels like the world is falling apart, faith is about trusting in what we can't always see. Life is full of challenges, but with perseverance, support from loved ones, and the belief that there's a bigger plan at work, we can find our way back, one step at a time. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who might need a little encouragement today. Your support helps me create more meaningful content like this. Until next time, stay strong in your faith.